evening, you're watching Mission 2024, your one-stop destination for all news political. I'm Preeti Choudhry. These are the headlines. India Today accesses exclusive images of separatist leader Amanpals on the run. Images show him fleeing in a Mercedes-Benz and then riding pillion on a bike in disguise. NI intensifies hunt. Khalistani thugs on a rampage in Canada. Gherao's Indian High Commissioner at an event in Surrey attacks the organizer of the pro-India event. Centre gives nod to Delhi's annual budget after Kejriwal writes a letter to the PM against stalling of budget. Kejriwal taunts LG, says let him run the national capital. After Rahul alleges every institution compromised, BJP compares Rahul to Mir Jafar, calls him a traitor.
अभी नहीं है कि राहुल गांधी बिना माफी मांगे निकल जाएंगे। माफी तो उन्हें मांगना ही पड़ेगा। हम मंगवा के ही रहेंगे।
Opposition guns for centre after Interpol red corner notice against Mehul Choksi is revoked. Aam Aadmi Party and Congress accuse the Modi government of protecting the fugitive. Japan Prime Minister Kishida arrives in Kyiv, set to meet Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky. Kishida says Japan in solidarity with Ukrainians. All right, viewers, let's quickly take you through the latest news break that we're getting in. These are fresh images of fugitive Amanpals Singh fleeing the scene. Exclusive images that we are getting in on how he changed his look multiple times, changed multiple vehicles and ran for cover from cops in a dramatic chase. These are images that are coming in where Amanpals riding pillion on a motorcycle, not before. He abandoned two vehicles. Viewers, he started in a Mercedes-Benz, then switched to a Brezza, from there to a motorcycle, riding pillion on a motorcycle. Images coming in of Amanpals Singh fleeing the cops. Dramatic chase is what we are given to understand. The Punjab police still thinks that he is in Jalandhar and they will zero in on him soon. But these are exclusive images that are coming in of Amanpals Singh fleeing the scene. The video there as well, that image on your left-hand side, Amanpals Singh riding pillion. He's changed the way he looks as well. And there you see on your television screen, he's getting out of the car. CCTV images that have been recorded, getting out of the car and then getting onto a motorcycle and riding pillion on the motorcycle. He's changed the way he looks. He'd styled himself after terrorist Bhindranwale, and from there he's completely changed his look, wearing a pair of jeans, a shirt, a different colored turban. But these are exclusive images that are coming in. First image of Amanpals' disguise on what possibly he is looking like right now to evade the cops. I want to quickly cut across to my colleague Kamaljeet Sandhu as the manhunt only by the Punjab police increases in terms of a huge search operation that has been launched to nab Amanpals Singh. Kamal, these images that are coming in clearly seem to suggest that Amanpals Singh changed many vehicles, kept trying to change his attire, the way he looked, to flee from the cops.
Well, it's been over 3 days and 150 arrests, and yet there's no trace of Amanpals. However, Punjab police has been able to connect the dots, and there's enough CCTV as well as evidence now available, and this is something which we've accessed on India Today. You can just see him going in a Brezza car just outside the Gurdwara. He goes in quickly, has a langar there, changes into new attire, leaves a set of clothes in Brezza, gets those two motorcycle people to come there to help him, and then he flees from there with his aides. So this is the dots which have been connected. Now today Punjab police has released his photographs in all sort of attires, trying to get access to him, saying the public should really help him. And that's what Punjab police has been saying, that they've been able to nab rest of Amanpals' associate because of the help which is coming from the public. So clearly they can join the dots, but it does one mean that Amanpal had an escape plan. The other, what it means is that definitely despite preparation, he was aware that Punjab police would be able to crack down on him on one time or the other. And that is why, from changing from a Merc to a Brezza, and from a Brezza to going on to two motorcycles and disappearing into Punjab. Now this now seems like a labyrinth. It could be a maze for Punjab police. Now they have formed different crack teams across districts. Now just about yesterday, we know in Jalandhar, in parts of Hoshiarpur, that's where the teams had really spread out. So now this is going to be a very intelligence-based operation, because the surprise factor was done away on the March 18th when Punjab police went and chased him with 50 cars or so. But obviously there's a Bolero and their Scorpios were no match to a Mercedes. And meanwhile, he was not only able to outspeed them, but outmaneuver them, and that is how he really escaped. So one thing is very clear, that he had an escape plan, and second, he also had those networks connecting. Punjab police should have thought about it earlier, about how he could reach out to several other people who could have helped him out. That is where there was this escape plan which has worked for him. And meanwhile, enough pressure now on Punjab police. But even there, Punjab police is very confident that things and the narrative are working in their favor. Because remember, when he gives up his entire attire as a Nihang, leaves his kirpan behind, they say that is where the term that Bhagoda has come over, and this is where they feel that the perception may actually go against him. Now this is a perception war for sure. A lot of beating was taken by Punjab police and government during the Ajnala storming of police station, but now is a time where Punjab police thinks the next few days could be extremely crucial. But one, remember Preeti, the way Punjab and Haryana High Court came very heavily down on Punjab police, and the second part is they still don't have the man.
Well, they still don't have the man. In a press conference today, Kamal, the Punjab police, like you also elucidated, released before and after pictures on what possibly Amritpal Singh looks like right now. Nothing close to that man on the television screen, on image that you see, which pretty much, imitates what Bhindranwale used to look like. Nothing like that anymore, viewers. Amritpal Singh is now in a pair of jeans, in a shirt, in a turban, which is nothing to do with the blue or the yellow colors that he wore earlier. But what you see on that television screen, at least in this picture, it is a orange turban that he is wearing. And he very well, the police even went on to suggest, could be wearing a baseball cap as well. So he looks very, very different. They've tried to release pictures of what he might look like right now, so to help people actually add whether, aid in terms of helping the Punjab police. But Kamal, I'll bring you back on this. What is it that the Punjab police is working on right now? Are they still very sure that he is in and around Jalandhar, holed up somewhere? Are they saying they're closing in on him?
Well, that's the word we came on the 18th. They said they were closing in. It was a matter of a couple of hours. Then it turned out to a couple of days. They still don't have the man, but they do have a plan in action. And that is why there's a crack team which has been put in place, right from DGP to Rajendra Dhoke, then to the counterintelligence chief, which is Amit Prasad. And then there are the SSP, the DIG, as well as the CP Jalandhar. So all have part, and obviously each has a part to play. But what they could not figure out and fathom is the sort of plan B. Even Amritpal had, and despite being caught in surprise, because he would have known by his provocative statements that they were coming for him. He said he's willing to die. That's something he kept reiterating. So one, he was prepared that there would be a crackdown. Nobody knew when that would happen. An anticipation of date was that perhaps once G20 was over, that's when a team was sent in. There was also some clarity coming in when Union Home Minister Amit Shah had a meeting with Bhagwant Mann, and there is no denying that this is a joint operation, because not only is the Central Armed Police Force or the paramilitary present in different districts, there's flag march being conducted. There's also the Intelligence Bureau which has been coordinating. They've used the Section 5, invoked Section 5 of the NSA, which means they're sending prisoners out of Punjab way back to Dibrugarh in Assam. So all this is a part of a very planned strategy. But what did they not really plan was the escape manner. This is obviously a part of operational failure. But yes, They still have time, and they're only hoping that they would be able to arrest Amritpal from inside Punjab and perhaps Jalandhar. They feel that he may not have gone too far. He may well be in a Gurdwara or at a supporter's house, and that is why a door-to-door search operation being carried out, but not much with success. But the next few days, few hours could be extremely crucial, especially for the prestige of both the Punjab government and Punjab police.
Well, you know, you're bang on, Kamal, because there might be a push right now by the Punjab police and as well as the Aam Aadmi Party government to try and push the perception of a man who very quickly, abandoned his entire ideology to escape the police in terms of what he looked like, even his kirpan. They also tried to build in the narrative that he's the same man. He took the Guru Granth Sahib as a shield, which no actual Panthi or Nihang would ever do so. So there is a push in terms of perception, but they need the man and time is running out. Kamal, appreciate you joining us. We're going to continue to come back to you, but this is what Amritpal Singh looks like right now. A pink turban, dressed in a pair of jeans and a shirt, nothing like what he looked earlier with what the images that you have seen of him. Meanwhile, I want to quickly shift focus right now with what is taking place in Punjab, the Aam Aadmi Party government there. Also in Delhi, the Aam Aadmi Party government here. The Delhi Dangal this time has escalated over the budget of Delhi. Budget blame game has erupted between Aam Aadmi Party and the government. After a 3-day standoff, the Delhi budget was finally cleared by the centre. The allegation by the Aam Aadmi Party that the LG is refusing to release the budget of Delhi. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal accused the centre as well of halting the state budget, which was scheduled to be presented today. However, sources in the Ministry of Home Affairs rubbished Kejriwal's charges, saying that it only sought clarification on expenditure on advertisements, asserting it's more than that of infrastructure. Aam Aadmi Party was quick to respond, releasing figures. The Delhi government accused the centre of spreading misinformation. Aam Aadmi Party claimed the Delhi infrastructure's budget was 22,000 crore and the advertisement budget was just 500 crores. AAP has also accused Chief Secretary of passing on the MHA suggestions on Delhi government budget 3 days late. Taking a dig at the Prime Minister, Arvind Kejriwal said, if nothing, then the Prime Minister himself can present Delhi's budget. AAP alleged that the Delhi budget was sent well in advance to the Home Affairs Ministry for its approval.
20,000 करोड़ से ज्यादा का कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर है दिल्ली के बजट में, और जो एडवर्टाइजमेंट का बजट है वो पिछले साल भी उतना ही था जो इतने साल है, करीब 500 करोड़ रुपए है। दिल्ली की सरकार एडवर्टाइजमेंट करे तो केंद्र सरकार का कोई बाबू बताएगा हमें कि हमको क्या हक है क्या हक नहीं है। ये गलत है और ये झूठ है और ये बहुत शर्म की बात है।
तो आउटकम बजट है उसको पूरी रिपोर्ट कार्ड को, उसमें बेसिकली हमारे 2 तरह के जो इंडिकेटर्स हैं, आउटपुट वाले इंडिकेटर्स हैं और आउटकम वाले। तो उन तमाम जो रिपोर्ट है डिपार्टमेंट वाइज भी अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट की, एजुकेशन है, हेल्थ है, पीडब्ल्यूडी है, ट्रांसपोर्ट है, इन सब की जो रिपोर्ट है आज पेश की और मोस्टली जो इंडिकेटर्स देखने में आए वो सारे ऑन ट्रैक हैं। सो अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट के भी अलग अलग इंडिकेटर्स हैं, बट बाय एंड लार्ज दिल्ली गवर्नमेंट हैज परफॉर्म्ड वेल और पब्लिक को खूब फायदा हो रहा है।
बजट के अंदर 20,000 करोड़ तो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर पे है, 500 करोड़ एडवर्टाइजिंग पे है। अब ये 520,000 से ज्यादा होता है ये तो हमने नहीं सुना था। इन्होंने ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक अनपढ़ों की जमात बिठा रखी है, पूरी की पूरी अनपढ़ों की जमात बिठा रखी है। पढ़े लिखे लोगों को बिठाओ वहां पे ताकि वो कम से कम बजट पढ़ने की क्षमता तो रखते हो। पता नहीं किसको दे दिया आपने बजट। पहली बार ये परंपरा जो है इसको तोड़ा गया। उन्होंने ऑब्जेक्शन लगा के भेजे, ऑब्जर्वेशंस लगा के भेजे, वही अपने आप में असंवैधानिक था। लेकिन हमें लड़ना नहीं है, हम लड़ना नहीं चाहते, हम यहाँ लड़ने नहीं आए, हम काम करने आए हैं। उन्होंने जो ऑब्जर्वेशन लिखे हैं, 4 ऑब्जर्वेशन थे, चारों का हमने जवाब लिखा। कोई चेंज नहीं किया बजट में, सेम बजट। ईगो थी, आज वापस आ गया, बजट अप्रूव हो गया। उनको तकलीफ ये है कि दिल्ली में बार बार आम आदमी पार्टी क्यों जीत रही है। उनको तकलीफ ये है कि बार बार दिल्ली में बीजेपी क्यों हार रही है। मैं प्रधानमंत्री जी को कहना चाहता हूं कि अगर आप दिल्ली जीतना चाहते हो तो मैं आज आपको मंत्र देता हूं दिल्ली जीतने का। दिल्ली जीतने के लिए आपको दिल्ली के लोगों का दिल जीतना पड़ेगा।
All right, away from all the politics, when will the budget be announced for the national capital? Let me quickly cut across to Amit Bhardwaj, who's joining us from the newsroom. Amit, it was to happen at least 3 weeks ago by Manish Sisodia, who was the finance minister then. That didn't quite happen. Mr. Gehlot has taken over the charge. And now finally the budget has been given the all clear. When will the budget be announced now?
Well, Preeti, tomorrow the Delhi budget will be tabled in Delhi Assembly. Today was the date when it was supposed to be tabled in the Assembly with all the focus on infrastructure, infrastructure budget getting a boost this year, and along with that the budget was expected to be nearly 80,000 crore rupees. But what we are learning is that tomorrow the this budget session will continue, and the budget will be tabled by Kailash Gehlot apparently tomorrow itself. So we'll get to know what are the focus areas, whether the Aam Aadmi Party is pushing a lot of, pumping a lot of money into the infrastructure sector tomorrow or not. All those details will be clear. But the kind of politics that have played out, especially in, in context to Delhi budget, is very unfortunate. And there are two more points. One that Aam Aadmi Party wanted to portray is that because the centre saw an opportunity to humiliate the elected government in the national capital, they used all clauses in the constitution, delayed the budget, deferred the budget, and despite the fact that no changes have been made in the budget that was sent to the centre for its approval, today finally the approval was sent by the MHA. The second question that arises, Preeti, is that whether there's a breach of privilege as well in this case, because what we have seen since yesterday evening is that both sides are at play of sort of a breach of privilege information, be it quoting the numbers that will be pumped in the infrastructure sector or the budget allocation for the advertisement. All these details are already in public domain. This issue was also raised in the Delhi Assembly today, but apparently that motion was couldn't get a green signal from the Speaker's chair, and the Speaker has in fact taken action against Vijendra Gupta, who was the former LOP and is a BJP MLA in this particular case, for trying to disrupt the proceedings of the House. Back to you, Preeti.
All right, Amit, appreciate you joining us. We're going to continue to come back to you. The budget all set to be tabled tomorrow. We'll get a basic announcement on what is due where Delhi is concerned. With that, let's move on to the other developing news. And this one comes in from West Bengal. The West Bengal Chief Minister, Mamata Banerjee, has intensified the battle for 2024 polls. Mamata once again raised the slogan, Khela Hobe. Mamata said, I believe the game was played and will be played again. Bengal has shown the path to the rest of the country. It will continue to do so as well. The TMC Supremo's attack comes days after Mamata Banerjee launching a scathing attack on Congress MP Rahul Gandhi and BJP, calling Rahul Prime Minister Modi's biggest TRP. Remember now, Mamata's statement has also found support from the Samajwadi Party.
আমি এখনো মনে করি খেলা হয়েছে, খেলা হবে, আবার খেলা হবে, আবার খেলা হবে, আবার জিততে হবে, আবার জিততে হবে, আবার জিততে হবে, বিশ্ব জয় করতে হবে।
So that's Mamata Banerjee with the clarion call of Abar Khela Hobe. It's going to be Khela Hobe again, game on again. Well, trust India Today to get you the front row seats to that game. With that, a quick break. Stay with us. On the other side is our fact check segment. Tiwari, at one point of time when maybe the opposition needs to come together if they want to cohesively fight the BJP in 2024, you're less than a year away, the likes of your own leader, Akhilesh, Mamata Banerjee, have turned around and are only criticizing the Congress or Rahul Gandhi.
Good evening, Preeti, to you, the viewers, and my fellow co-panelists. Two things stand. One is that Akhilesh Yadavji has addressed the press and said that there are instances, continuous instances, when opposition leaders have come together in the parliament. Even now, as the BJP has shamelessly locked down the parliament, Even now, the opposition leaders have come together demanding that parliament is the voice of the nation and this government cannot run away, the prime minister cannot run away in the backdrop of an unfolding Adani scandal. So in the parliament, the opposition parties have come together. He has also said that on the ground, each party is fighting a battle which is based on the politics of the ground. In Uttar Pradesh, we are the formidable opposition to Bharatiya Janata Party. In Bengal, TMC is a formidable opposition to Bharatiya Janata Party. So as a result, we do not want to confuse the voters. We are absolutely clear. And even in your commentary, the summary is that Rahul Gandhi ji is not the fulcrum of what is happening across the country. If Rahul Gandhi ji is not the fulcrum, then why is BJP, who is in power with a thumping majority, not allowing parliament to function? It is because BJP is scared. So I believe that when BJP puts Rahul Gandhi at the fulcrum of this whole debate, it wants to use him as a way to escape, as a scapegoat, rather than as a way to really challenge the opposition.
But the point is not that, Ghanshyam Tiwari, whether the BJP considers Rahul Gandhi as the fulcrum of opposition politics. The point is, does the Samajwadi Party, your party, consider Rahul Gandhi as the fulcrum of opposition politics leading up to 24?
We believe that the regional parties are the starting point of the runway to 2024, and the elections, largely these state elections this year are between Congress and Bharatiya Janata Party. They are a milestone in that runway to 2024. It is only after these two we will understand the nature of opposition unity that emerges.
Meet Farah Siddiqui Khan, always at the forefront of the art market. She used to curate video and audio installations right ahead of our times and continues to bring innovation in the design and deco space now.
Ceramic is actually something between a sculpture and an art object, and it has both a functional value and a decorative value. It's also so fragile that once broken, it's very difficult to put back. So these are some of the things which I resonate with very deeply as a curator, and this is something very delicate and beautiful and functional and decorative, and that's why.
Teamed with a design enthusiast, Natasha Mehta, the duo are celebrating the living tradition of ceramics in India. At the recently concluded India Design ID 2023, Farah and Natasha celebrated women artists and their unique approach in ceramics, reminding the world how they are important relics of art, history and culture.
These are women artists who've been practicing for many, many years. The show highlights 11 artists who are from different generations. For example, we have Rachna Parashar, who's been practicing since 1984. And then we have younger artists who've been practicing for less than 10 years. So we thought that it would be wonderful to highlight 11 artists from across India who have been very committed to this form of art, and that's why we have living traditions.
These are collectibles and they hold value. They even serve as a decent investment option as an alternative asset.
I think Indian artists are practicing this very, very seriously, and I think collectors, both young and old, established collectors, have been looking at ceramic.
Ceramic collectibles can be valuable, depending on a variety of factors such as their age, rarity, condition, historical or cultural significance. But it is equally important to know that not all ceramic collectibles are valuable, and the market for such items can fluctuate over time. Additionally, condition is a key factor in determining the value. So even a rare or valuable piece may be worth much less if it is damaged or poorly preserved. In New Delhi, with Vaishnavi Kaharwar, Chaiti Narula for India Today.
Welcome back here with Mission 2024, and time for our fact check segment where we bust